Radio Dunedin, it's time for Food for Thought, and today's contributor, Dave Henry.
There are a lot of new houses being built in Dunedin. We live in Wingatui and see the huge number being built in Mosgiel. Honestly, they're like measles. They're popping up everywhere in all sorts of strange places. It's great to see the development, and there's no doubt that all the new houses will mean a wonderful future for Mosgiel, the Taieri Plains, Dunedin and Otago. But something worries me. Actually, it worries me very much. It seems that all the houses are surrounded by 6-foot-high fences that, in my opinion, are ugly and stark. I should not complain too much because our house in Wingatui was built just 3 years ago, and it too has a 6-foot-high fence. But luckily we have a deck which enables us to see over the fence, and we can actually watch the Taieri Gorge train on its way up central Otago. Seems to me that all the new houses are just like prison cells. There will be very little contact with neighbours, and people will go and come from their homes almost completely unaware of their immediate neighbours. It's odds on they probably won't even know what they look like. When I worked with Age Concern, I often gave talks. One of the questions I always asked was, who could remember the name of the people who lived 3 houses either side of their home when the audience were actually children? Well, nearly everybody could. Then I would ask, who could do that today? A totally different reaction. Most only knew their immediate neighbours, and that was in the days before there were very few high fences. I remember when Princess Diana was killed. I was working in my garden when my neighbour came out and told me the news. Our fence was 3 strands of wire, and we stood together with our arms round each other's shoulders over that fence and digested the news. That will not happen with the houses they're building today. Seems like there are 6-foot-high Berlin walls ensuring the total privacy at the expense of a friendly neighbourhood and possible compassion for their neighbours. I'm pretty certain that people living in those houses with those 6-foot barricades will seldom ever get to know their neighbours. They will possibly never be able to help their neighbours because it's odds on they will not even know what they look like. Why on earth the planners and the developers and whoever allows this to happen astounds me. In a time when people are becoming more isolated through television and computers, why on earth create 6-foot cells which will ensure that the isolation is almost complete?
That was Dave Henry with Food for Thought. Good talk, good music, Radio Dunedin.